Sometimes you just don't want to talk to anyone. Not because you hate people, not because something is wrong with you. You're just tired, mentally tired. And honestly, a lot of people get scared when they feel this. They start thinking, am I becoming antisocial? Is this depression? Why don't I feel like socializing like everyone else? But here's something most people don't realize: wanting to be alone sometimes is completely normal. It doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're depressed. Sometimes it just means your brain needs space. And in this video, I want to explain why this happens, why it's actually healthy sometimes, and how to understand the difference between healthy solitude and real loneliness. One of the biggest reasons you sometimes want to be alone is simple. Your brain gets overloaded. Every conversation, every message, every social interaction takes energy. Even if you like the people, even if you had fun, your brain is constantly processing reactions, emotions, expectations, how you sound, how you look, whether you said something weird. And after a while, it's exhausting. That's why sometimes after a long day with people, all you want is silence. No talking, no explaining, no performing, just space. And honestly, that's not antisocial. That's just your mind trying to recharge. Just like your body needs sleep, your brain sometimes needs quiet. A lot of people immediately think, maybe I'm just an introvert. And sometimes that's true, but not always. Even very social people get tired of being around others because it's not always about personality. Sometimes life just gets heavy: stress, work, relationships, too many things happening at once, and suddenly you just don't have energy for people. Not because you don't care, not because you don't like them. You're just mentally full. And honestly, realizing that can be a relief. It means you don't have to label yourself. Sometimes you just need a pause. There's also an important difference people often miss. Being alone and feeling lonely are not the same thing. Sometimes being alone actually feels peaceful. You finally hear your own thoughts. You don't have to explain yourself. You can just exist without pressure. And that kind of solitude can be really healthy. Loneliness, on the other hand, feels heavy. It feels like disconnection, like you want closeness but can't quite reach it. So if being alone sometimes feels calm instead of painful, that's not depression. That's just you taking space for yourself. Of course, there's a balance here. Wanting time alone is healthy. But if you start avoiding everyone all the time, if isolation becomes your default, that's a different story. Not because you're weak, not because something is wrong with you, but because humans still need connection. Even quiet people do. So the real question isn't, do I want to be alone sometimes? It's, am I still open to connection when I need it? If the answer is yes, you're probably just recharging. If the answer is no, it might be worth gently checking in with yourself. So if you've been wanting more time alone lately, try not to panic about it. It doesn't automatically mean depression. It doesn't mean you're becoming distant or broken. Sometimes it just means life has been loud, busy, overwhelming, and your mind needs quiet for a bit. That's human. Just don't disappear from the world completely. Take space, recharge, breathe, and come back when you're ready. Because connection and solitude aren't enemies, they're both part of a healthy mind.